So I'm gonna talk in English so everybody understand easier. Okay. My name is Fang. This is my sister. This is my sister's class. So she's been teaching this class for a while, and it's my first time here because I was like very intrigued about the story she told me about how you guys learning. And this is my niece. So I want to quickly talk about this, but this is not the point. The point only, you know, like when you learn tea culture, there's many different parts of tea culture. So there's a tea culture, there's a tea art, and then there's like tea making. So this part is about tea making. So tea making, it might not be interesting for you at all, but because you're learning what about tea, so you need to know a little bit. Just enough so when you go to tea shop or you go to tea houses, you know what you're looking for, right? So you're not just like an average consumer and don't know anything. So I started to do tea in majority in America and Australia. We do wholesale there. So this presentation is very technical because all our wholesaler was looking for something a little bit in depth so they can, you know, gain some knowledge. And when they gain knowledge, they can source tea better. So the whole idea is when you go to tea shop, people tell you, okay, this tea is 5,000 NT a gin, right? And you're like, why? I like this like 1,000 gin better. So this will tell you a little bit of how you can tell the difference. And of course, my sister knows a lot better because she's doing this all day long. So I'm gonna quickly go through this, but if you have any question, just ask me, okay? So far, so good? All right. Okay, so I don't know how much tea history that my sister has been telling you guys. Anything? Nothing? Zero? Okay. So this is my family, the first picture here. She's 5th generation, and we are 4th generation tea makers. So we pretty much grew up in tea garden like that. So that's like my mom and my sister. So mom today is 82 years old. She still goes to tea garden every single season. And she makes tea. I go with her. Like this past 2 years, I'm in Taiwan. So I go to harvest with her, but she would stay up. Like this past harvest in Yushan, J Mountain. So we would usually start making tea very early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And the tea picker, 采茶的人, right? They go to tea garden like 6 o'clock in the morning. And they started to pick tea very fast. Now, by 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the tea comes back and you start the process. So we today, the technical part, we only focus on the tea making part because there's a before. And before is how you take care of tea garden. After is how you prepare the after production. So this started from 6, 7 o'clock. Now it's gonna last all day. So when I say all day, meaning like from 7 to the next morning, 7. And that's when you finish the first production. And when you do that, you can now rest. So imagine, I don't know how good you guys are all-nighter or not. If I don't sleep for one day, I'm super tired, right? My mom, 82, whole week, she sleeps 3 hours every day because every single minute counts. So making oolong tea is so difficult, and why? That when people drink tea, first of all, they drink black tea or green tea, and eventually they all move on to oolong tea or pu'er tea. You heard of pu'er? Pu'er cha? No? Pu'er cha is like a fermented type of tea. It's a completely different process. So we try to make oolong tea, and we only make oolong tea. And it's because when you make oolong tea, you need to be perfection in every little detail. And that comes with experience with timing and with your relentless of stamina. So everything counts. Okay, so